I haven't talked to him in so long. That is one, Jordan Mailata. Jordan, thanks for joining us.
Hola, everyone. Thanks for having me.
How you doing, man?
What's up, big dog?
Doing good. What's up, boy?
So listen, you've had a few days off to get the body right. Few days to think about last Thursday's game. I know you were on with Spike last night. I didn't get a chance to catch a whole bunch of it, but so I got a couple of questions for you myself. Just coming off of Thursday night, how did you think from an offensive standpoint you guys performed? Did you feel like you guys played the way you wanted to, or you feel like there's a lot there still to be worked on?
I think always room to improve. I think there is a lot to work on still. As in terms of just adjusting and executing, adjusting to what the defense has given us and going out there and executing the game plan. But I thought we started the game pretty good. Our communication, our operation was pretty good, and definitely some good things to take away from the first game. But, as always, there's still a lot more room to improve.
You bring up a great point. I think you guys scored on your first 3 or 4 possessions that you had. You guys went down there and put points on the board. I'm wondering, getting into that second half, halftime, and then the weather delay, and I know you're never going to make excuses, but I do wonder how much of that sort of affected the rhythm of the offense, the stopping and starting of the second half.
I'm not 100%. We talk about it all the time about who can handle the conditions the best, and I thought we did a good job coming out of the half, but then not expecting that delay to happen, and I think our staff and everyone did a great job of handling it well with the extra long delays, but at the same time we just felt like we were in a funk. We got caught in a funk, and we couldn't make the right adjustments, and we weren't executing. And that's just the game sometimes. When you don't execute, you can't move the ball. Sometimes we were just, especially in the run game that seemed so stale at times, we were one block away from a huge gain. And so when you look back at that, you just got to go. You look back at what's the cause of this, what's the root, and it's just an execution standpoint.
Jordan, we just got the news that Jalen Carter will be playing this weekend. That they're considering.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, so they're considering him missing that game as the suspension. So you as like a leader and a culture setter for the Eagles, when you see something like what he did that doesn't measure up to the expectations of what you all have set. From a culture standpoint, how do you and how did the leaders in the team handle when people don't measure up in that sort of scenario?
The standard. This is the beauty about the standard. The standard is so high that people who come in, they know the standard. Now, I'm not going to speak on what conversations we've had with JC, but I could see a change, a gear change in him. Just in yesterday's workout, just coming in, I could see it in his eyes. I could see it on the field, because we had a lift and we had a run. You could see that he was hungry for this. He was hungry. He had learned from, sitting out the game and watching his brothers play. So, sometimes it kind of helps that the culture, even though it was set before our time here, that people know what they're getting themselves into. They know that they fell way below. Sometimes you don't need to say anything because it's you live and breathe it every day, and we're all human. We let our emotions get the better of us at times, and unfortunately that was just a mishap that happened that game. And I know that JC he's going to come back with the hunger this week.
Yeah, a hungry Jalen Carter seems terrifying, to be honest with you.
Oh, my God. It is.
Yeah. So Jordan Mailata is with us. He'll be with us every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So the way the NFL is now, that the starters don't really play very much, if at all, during the preseason. And we all understand as viewers that it takes the team a few games to ramp up into what they will become. for you as somebody now who does not play during the preseason, at what point during the season is there like a week mark where you feel like, okay, we are who we are now? We've gotten to the point in the season where we feel like there's a rhythm. How many weeks does that take?
I don't think I've ever been one to be like that. To kind of put a time limit, but just to answer your question, I'd say maybe 5 to 6 games. It seems pretty long, but I don't know. That's a pretty safe answer. I don't think I'm being truthful there. I would say 4 to 5 games. You kind of get in there, kind of get to know, like, okay, what's working, what's not working. Different teams. You play different teams, they do different stuff, and so I think 4 to 5 games is a good window. But I don't really set a timeline, of like an assessment. Just go out there and do my job, man. And if something's not working, I go upstairs.
Well, the funny thing is
it's pretty simple,
right? Did he say I go upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Well, hell, it worked out pretty good the last time you guys did that. So.
Yep.
When you look back at the game Thursday, running the football, right? I love the fact you guys stuck with it. And listen, we got so spoiled with watching Saquon and the explosive runs last year that he had. You almost expect that every time you see him run the ball. But he had some moments there Thursday night, and then there's also some times where it looked like Dallas did a good job. From a running aspect, how did you feel like you guys did in the running game Thursday night?
Oh, like you said, there were moments where we did good things, but man, this is me having a high standard. I thought we did a bad job, but we did execute on a couple plays or a few plays there. I'm just being hard on myself on the run game, but I thought, I honestly thought there were a few plays that we could take away from that were really good. But apart from that, just we're one block away. We are one block away, or in some instances, it was a communication aspect. Missing the point. So there's always something. In a play that seems very bad, or even like a play that seems good, we're always one play off, or one call off, one person not executing the right technique off, and it just seems. That's why I think it's bad, because you're just not hitting. You need everyone in the run game.
Jordan, you've obviously before this year plenty familiar with Kevin Patullo because he's been a coach there for a while, but this was his first game in calling plays as offensive coordinator. How do you think, what has been the change from Kevin Patullo, pass game coordinator, to offensive coordinator? And then, if anything, did you notice from him from a play calling perspective in the first game?
I loved the rhythm. Going from like runs, even again, we talk about the run game being bad. Even though the run game could have been better, like the rhythm of the game, just from play actions to runs to passes, quick passes, knowing when to take shots, and us all being on the same page, in protection. But I think that's the biggest takeaway from KP and his influence this year on our offensive play calling.
So you go in Sunday to a desperate's the wrong word for the Chiefs, but lost to you guys in the Super Bowl, lost their first game, their home opener. I would assume that you're expecting quite a fight on Sunday from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, man. I think always. I think regardless if they win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter. Faceless opponent, like. You're gonna get your best. You're gonna get their best, and you're gonna give your best. And so, as cliche as that is, that's my that's my mindset heading in there today. This week.
Well, this will be the 5th time you guys have met in the last 3 years. So, other than a divisional opponent, I don't know if you played the Chiefs, like, right? You played them Super Bowl. You played them the year after the Super Bowl. You played them last year.
Do we count the Tampa Bay Bucks as a?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, them
the
too.
Bucks too. Yeah, so
Do we
the
count-
Chiefs and the
do we
Bucks.
count them?
Yep. Yeah, because they're on the schedule again this year too.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
the Chiefs and the Bucks, man. It's a fun little rivalry for us to sit back and watch because you're looking at arguably the best over there for at least the last 5 or 6 years, and the Eagles certainly staking their claim as the new team now. So it's a great matchup to watch.
We're just trying to prove it. Yeah, man. It's not like we haven't done nothing, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but last year didn't even happen. Yeah.
We haven't done nothing, man.
Nothing. All right, Jordan.
Prove it again.
All right, Jordan. Well, look forward to talking to you again next week and all season. And good luck on Sunday against the Chiefs.
All right, brother.
Cheers. See you, bro.
There it is, Jordan Mailata.